Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer. The DRF race of the day for Sunday, August the 13th is race number 4 at Del Mar. This race is for 2-year-olds. It's the Grade 3 Best Pal. $200,000 is the purse. We're going 3/4 of a mile. Before we take a look at the entry card, remember to check out those Timeform US past performances available at DRF.com. Lots of great features. Learn more. DRF.com/TFUS101. Here's the field for the Best Pal. Please click or scan the QR code for Race of the Day access on your mobile devices. Again, only 5 in here, but some very impressive 2-year-old performances thus far, including the 2 Bob Baffert trained runners, the 4 Muth, the 5 Prince of Monaco, entering off open-length debut victories.
There are a few 2-year-olds in here, Dan, who looked pretty good, breaking their maidens. None more impressive than the 4 Muth, though. That was, I mean, we'll take a look at it, the stretch run anyway in a little bit. He was super impressive first time out.
And he was super fast. He earned a 90 Beyer speed figure that day. Let's throw up the Timeform US pace projector. Let's take this pace projector with a grain of salt because these horses are very lightly raced and still figuring out what they want to do and how they want to do it. But the number 4 Muth, as Mike mentioned, was very fast in his debut. And you got to think he's going to the front if he breaks.
Yeah, if he breaks, I don't listen. There's a couple of other horses in here who look pretty fast. They're not as fast as this horse, based on not only his sale back in March at Ocala, where he went 9-3, but just his debut run. This horse is very, very fast early for Baffert.
The number 1 is Raging Torrent, and we're going to take a look at his debut. I thought this was an underrated performance. It didn't earn that gaudy Beyer speed figure, but the son of Maximus Mischief didn't break great. He had to pass some horses on the turn and into the stretch, and he grinds it out. I think he can build off of this effort.
I agree. I tend to like these kinds of debuts anyway. Obviously, with 2-year-olds, you like to see the fast ones. But I like the way that this horse did it. He sat 3 wide. He was very comfortable off the pace in this race. He won very easily. Obviously, it's going to be harder for him to track 3 wide against this field. But he's got the inside. Maybe he just falls into a little bit of a trip here, Dan, and runs at the end.
If you're into 2-year-olds with experience, how about the 2 Tranche? He's run 3 times. The rest of the field combined has run 4. And Tranche, 1 is maiden in a stake. The Phasig tipped in Futurity. He made his first 2 starts out in Kentucky, shipped to Southern California, caught a short field, and at a gigantic price took them coast to coast.
I mean, I thought he looked good winning this race. I guess it's at least worth noting, Dan, this is a stakes race at Santa Anita, but the runbacks out of this race haven't really been that good. This horse is 20-1, but he doesn't look 20-1 winning it. He got right to the front. He never gave this field a chance. I liked that performance. This is obviously way tougher.
He's a son of Collected. He earned an 83 Beyer speed figure from that last race, but this is a tougher spot, and it's unlikely he'll make the lead as he did last time if Muth shows his kind of speed. The 3 is, who is Pavel? Well, we know that Pavel is a son of Pavel, but he's taking a big step up in class after finishing 5th in a maiden special weight on turf. I thought he ran a sneaky good race that day, but he's now going to go route to sprint, turf to dirt, and step up in class. It's a lot to ask for a 2-year-old.
Don't know if we're going to find out who Pavel is in this race, Dan. Maybe they just hustled him in here. I'm with you. I thought he ran fine in his debut. He's hard to like in this race.
Here's the number 4 Muth. You talked about how quickly he breezed at auction. He then sold for $2 million, and Baffert had him ready for his debut, where he was 3-10, and he never gave this field a chance. In the blink of an eye, he was 3 lengths clear, and he just kept pouring it on, and the speed figure comes back a 90. Now he's going to have to stretch out another furlong, but the way he looks in this race, he looks like the goods, the son of good magic.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, we'll see, where it all ultimately winds up for him based on the first appearance. He looks like he could be one of the better 2-year-olds around this year for Baffert. The ticket was there for him. The work was there for him. He's with the right barn. You can go watch the full replay of that debut, Dan. It's not going to take you long to watch it. He was really, really good.
Just click on the short comment in your free Formulator past performances to access that replay. Speaking of Baffert trained first-time starters, the 5 Prince of Monaco, he scored at Los Alamitos going 5/8 of a mile. And compared to Muth, this is a bargain at $950,000 yearling. The son of Speightstown got right up close to the pace, and once he made the lead, he just made them pay. It was only a field of 4. He was 1-20.
Yeah, huge favorite in this race. He's ridden out though. Look out, he's very impressive in his own right through the stretch. And worth pointing out too, he didn't break great in this race. It's not like he broke right on top in here, Dan. He didn't get out of the gate that well, but he just cruised up 3 wide and hammered this field. He looks like he's pretty good in his own right. His stablemate might be a little better.
Before we get to our top selections, please click the subscribe button from the Daily Racing Form YouTube channel for the latest DRF videos. Top pick time and the best pal. The two Baffords look very, very tough. Tranche is the kind of horse that I would need between 8 and 10 to 1. I'm not sure I get that in a 5-horse field. He's obviously going to have to improve. Muth, super impressive. So is Prince of Monaco.
Yeah, no fun taking short prices in these races, Dan, but I don't really care what price anybody else goes off at. I'm not going to bet against this horse.
Muth looked good in his debut. He's expected to look good again in the Grade 3 Best Pal. Maybe some future stars for the Del Mar Futurity and beyond. Breeders' Cup's not too far off. Baffert's got 2 good ones in the Best Pal. Good luck.